Hey, fifth grade. Welcome to our first episode of Mrs. P TV. A little science reading for you. So remember, you have a choice to read these pages to yourself, or you can have a grown-up read them with you if that helps you. Or you can listen to me read them and follow along here with the text on the screen or the text in your book. That way it will help you get through the information quicker and with a little opportunity to think about what it's talking about. So we're going to go through pages 15, 16, and 17 in this video, and then there'll be a separate video for 18, 19, and 20, okay, to help us get ready for the next section of information we need for class. Okay, so erupting volcanoes. People cannot travel to Earth's interior. The deepest any machine has drilled into the planet is 12 kilometers or 7 miles. We can only see diamonds that have been carried from the mantle to Earth's surface by volcanic eruptions. Volcanoes are structures formed around a hole in the Earth's crust that releases magma. Magma that reaches the surface during an eruption is called lava. Lava is liquid rock that turns into solid rock as it cools. The magma carries diamonds with it. Scientists believe that the kinds of volcanoes that brought diamonds to the surface don't occur anymore. Scientists think this is because Earth used to be much hotter. This resulted in volcanic eruptions that were very explosive. The erupting magma carried the diamonds, which had already formed, from the mantle to Earth's surface very quickly, traveling 48 to 64 kilometers, or 30 to 40 miles per hour. Now, what do we notice about diamonds and volcanoes? I want you to think about that for a minute, okay? And then also, before you move on, I want you to go back to paragraph 2 and think about what was this paragraph mostly about. Take a couple minutes for yourself. Feel free to pause my video, and then when you're ready, you can move on to the next page. Okay, moving plates. Now, we've talked a little bit about this and about plates, and there's a connection between plates and volcanoes and earthquakes. So as you go here, you might want to highlight some important information as we're reading. This part is the same as the page in your book. This part is something that I added on. We'll talk about that in a minute. Moving plates. Volcanoes happen because Earth's crust is broken into drifting slabs of solid rock called tectonic plates. The plates cause Earth's surface to look like a big jigsaw puzzle. So this picture and caption is showing you this. It says tectonic plates shown here in different colors beneath the continents. So you can see there's a variety in the amount of plates in our Earth. Now this picture over here is showing you something called Pangea, or it was like a supercontinent that happened millions of years ago. And we think that the continents actually fit together. We can look at actually this in class, especially Africa and South America. It's pretty cool. But because of the plates and because of their shifting, it's actually caused them to drift apart over the years so that we have the world as we know it today. So our continents are actually always moving, but we don't feel it, obviously, on a daily basis. Heat from the Earth's core causes the semi-solid rock of Earth's mantle, remember those 4 layers, to rise and fall like ocean tides. As magma moves beneath the crust, it pushes the tectonic plates toward or away from each other. The places where Earth's tectonic plates meet are called fault lines. Take a few minutes to check out this picture. There's a lot of detail in it, okay? So think about what you might want to highlight here. Remember, less is more. Don't feel like you need to paint the page. Okay, and then we're going to read a little bit about plate boundaries. Okay, so before we do that, I want to show you a few words over here that you may or may not already know. The word perpendicular. Now, perpendicular means 2 lines that meet at a right angle. Here's an example. And you might think of that in terms of like when cars are driving like at a stop sign, like a 4-way stop. That's perpendicular. Parallel, on the other hand, is 2 lines that are side by side and have the same distance continuously from each other. They kind of are next to each other. Convergent means coming closer together, while divergent is different development or direction, kind of moving away from each other. Transform is a change in composition or structure. So these are words that you're going to see in a minute in the text that we're about to read, plate boundaries. When you see these words, I want you to highlight them. Okay, plate boundaries. The different movements of the tectonic plates change the surface of our Earth. When two plates move toward one another, perpendicular to the fault line, they form a convergent boundary. When two tectonic plates collide at a convergent boundary, the force is very powerful. It can cause the land to be uplifted, forming mountain ranges and volcanoes, as well as earthquakes. Sometimes two plates move apart from one another, perpendicular to another fault line. These plates form a divergent boundary. This movement can create ocean trenches, like on the ocean floor, valleys, earthquakes, and places where magma wells up into the Earth's surface. Transform boundaries are formed when two plates slide past each other in parallel grinding along their sides as they go. The motion can cause earthquakes. So did you find your highlighter? Oops, I'm just adjusting my video for a minute. I'm turning on my highlighter. Okay, so did we find the word? I found the word perpendicular. And I found that they form a convergent. Oh yeah, convergent means coming closer together. And they make a convergent boundary. And then sometimes it says that another perpendicular one, they move apart. And these plates make a divergent boundary. And that sometimes there are transform boundaries. And that these are two plates that slide past each other like in a parallel format. Okay, so that was the end of the first 3 pages. So in a minute, I'd like you to grab the two-sided paper that you have of 2-column notes. Let me show you what it looks like. It looks like this. And I'm going to have you work on this first part, which matches with page 17 that we just read. Okay, so remember you're looking for the main idea of the page. Remember that the subtitle of the page was Plate Boundaries. So that might have something to do with it or might not. And then you're going to fill in the other notes based on the information. Okay, it might match a little bit with what we just highlighted. So that's the expectation for these first 3 pages, is just to do the notes on this page, okay? Then you'll watch the second video or choose to read on your own for pages 18, 19, and 20, and then you'll do a couple 2-column notes for that as well. Mrs. PTV signing out.